Hello everybody, Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel and the Pro Wrestling Logic YouTube channel as well. This is, of course, Pro Wrestling Logic and our Wrestling Challenge foray into things. Wrestling Challenge for the 24th of October, 1993 audio review here. We've got over 2,200 audio tracks available for your listening pleasure. Variety of stuff from old school and new school points. We move into the latter half of, or the latter quarter, I guess, of 1993 here on Challenge. We also will have the almost entire run of 94 as well. But Luther Gorga still being protected as a major star. It never pans out. Also, in this, Tag Team Champions Go Backers Johnny Polo guests on the King's Court, which is interrupted by Men on a Mission. They challenged the champions to a title match the following week, which Polo accepted on behalf of his team, and also featured a squared special report segment, including two main event matches for the Survivor Series announced, also in a vignette promoting the debut of Jeff Jarrett. Jarrett basically saying he is the best country music singer and pro wrestler to come out of Tennessee in a long time, featuring a Survivor Series report, which the two main matches are announced for the event: Bam Bam Bigelow, the Head Shrinkers, and Bastion Booger versus Four Doinks, Razor Ramon, Mr. Perfect, Marty Jannetty, and the 1-2-3 Kid versus IRS, Adam Bomb, Rick Martel, and Diesel. Weird matches here in '93. Luther Gorga defeats unknown enhancement talent by submission in what amounts to a complete and utter squash here in 2 minutes 33 seconds. Lots of punches, pop-up uppercut, and all of that. Then he gets the torture rack backbreaker type maneuver. And then we move to Adam Bomb versus, or actually with Harvey Wilhelm versus Mike Davis, 131 with a power bomb. And after the bout, Bomb hits the move again, and moments later, Giant Gonzalez, wearing street clothes, comes to the ring. Bomb and Whippleman quickly leave ringside. Of course, Adam Bomb having been switched to Harvey Whippleman somewhere in the process of this, but the continuation of that feud, not exactly something that a lot of people need to see by any stretch of the imagination, as it were, and ultimately getting things going in a positive direction. There is the main focus of what's here. Getting things very basic and pretty, punch kick, slingshot clothesline, top rope clothesline, and a couple power bombs from Adam Bomb is about what he does here in 1993-94 time frame. We move then to the continuation of the use of things. Of course, the Lex Luger Team with Tatanka and the Steiner Brothers against Luther Gorga's team with the Quebecers and all of that. Bret Hart also managing that his Hart family team will face off against Shawn Michaels' team, which actually ends up being Jerry Lawler's team here in 1993, because Michaels ends up leaving soon thereafter. And so it's not exactly the best of situations there. The Smoking Guns facing off in some degree of enhancement talent match here. Smoking Guns still managing to go around. They do the pop gun deal, and Smoking Guns still baby faces, cowboy hats, the whole deal. Back when they had characters that were actually over. Smoking Guns pretty simplistically successful, and they defeat Barry Hardy and Bert Centeno, 311. Bart pins Centeno following the revolver, of course, that modified powerbomb into piledriver position, backdrop combination there. The Guns obviously are in strong contention for biggest tag team debut of 1993. Continuing there, and pretty basic match. Lots of arm drags, a couple of drop kicks, a couple of double team maneuvers by the guns, side Russian leg sweeps and the like, and a victory for the Smoking Guns. We move to, as mentioned, we already covered out of order a little bit, the Atom Bomb match, and then Mr. Perfect and Scott Taylor come up here next. Mr. Perfect, of course, not around too much longer. I think his last major appearance is the Survivor Series 93 deal here, but managing to go forward that way. And Perfect and Scott Taylor, kind of an interesting match. What with Taylor having eventually become I don't know that I'd say necessarily a good run there, but not for several more years, but still a big deal. The main event for upcoming house shows, Nassau Coliseum, Diesel and IRS, because Shawn Michaels is out, versus Mr. Perfect and Razor Ramon. The IRS and Razor Ramon feud being set up just in time to be in full swing by 1994's Royal Rumble. I did not really realize that they were going at it this far back into late October. For some reason, the feud at the time as a kid caught me off guard. Shouldn't have here, though, from the looks of it. Then again, as mentioned, the King's Court, of course, the Quebecers basically saying they've beaten teams like Barry Hardy and Reno Riggins, will face Paul Bearer and Owen Hart and other things. Also, there's a challenge by Men on a Mission for a Tag Team Championship match on Halloween, which is accepted. Mr. Perfect is out next. He's smiling, happy, and I guess you'd say healthy, and manages the inverted neck snap, the perfect plex, and eventually the win, as it were there. Then we see Tatanka managing to get things going in his general direction. Barry Hardy up next. I believe Barry Hardy is Tatanka's opponent here. Managing to get a basic reality check there, and Hardy getting a couple of shots under the chin. Tatanka with a hip toss, Tatanka a couple drop kicks, deep arm drags, and ultimately the papoose to go, otherwise known as the Samoan drop. And Tatanka, still a pretty big deal. I believe losing to Luther Gorga the following week. Jim Ross plugs the Survivor Series pretty vociferously for the next little while. Luna Vachon out next with her main squeeze. Bam Bam Bigelow. Bigelow, of course, kind of wandering around rather aimlessly. Jerry Seavey is the enhancement talent here. And ultimately, Bigelow punch kick and diving headbutt, both in ring and from the top rope. 1, 2, 3, and Jerry Seavey doesn't last very long. Jerry Lawler then talks about facing off against Bret Hart, continuing that feud, and Lawler not happy with that by any stretch of the imagination. We will then close on that note. We'll be back with more right after this.